Hello and welcome to Education at SSBJ online video tutorials. We were into chapter sound of class 8 CBSE. In the previous video, we were solving questions from NCERT textbook. We'll continue the remaining questions. Here we go. A pendulum oscillates 40 times in 4 seconds. Find its time period and frequency. Well, pendulum oscillates 40 times in 4 seconds. Find time period as well as frequency. So before we start calculations of time period and frequency, we shall see what is a time period. Time period is time taken for one oscillation or vibration. So how much time a pendulum takes? For example, if you draw a pendulum here, and if this is the mean position or the initial position, and you bring it here and then leave it, from here to here it goes, and then it goes till here and come back. So how much time for one vibration? And that is called time period, right? And frequency is how many such vibrations will be there in 1 second. So frequency will be number of vibrations per second, right? So we shall find time period and frequency, right? Now time taken for one vibration we'll see. Okay, so 40 vibrations requires 4 seconds, and therefore one vibration will be 4 by 40, isn't it? That will be 1 by 10, which is equal to 0.1 second. Therefore the time period is 0.1 second, right? So we have found time required for one vibration, which is called time period, and that is 1 second. SI unit is second because it's a time period. Now number of oscillations in 1 second. So the same statement, I'll take it in a different reverse order. Now 4 seconds required for 40 vibrations, and therefore in 1 second how many vibrations, right? 4 seconds requires 40 vibrations. So in 1 second it will be 40 divided by 4, right? Simple maths. So that will be 10 vibrations per second, or we call it as 10 hertz. So frequency is equal to 10 hertz. So this you have to neatly solve on your paper if it is asked in the examinations. I hope you have understood this, right? But be careful that when you write a time period, you express this in second. Don't forget to write this unit. And when you are expressing frequency, again don't make a mistake of not writing its unit, right? That's a hertz. Always remember, frequency is always reciprocal of time period, or you can even write this as time period is equal to 1 upon frequency. So with this relation, if time period is given, you can find frequency. Like in the previous example, we had time period is equal to 0.1 second, right? So what is the frequency? So frequency is equal to 1 upon time period, and that is equal to 1 upon, what is the time period? 0.1 So that is equal to 10 hertz. Right? So always remember this formula. It becomes very easy to calculate frequency if time period is given, or a time period if frequency is given. Next question. The sound from a mosquito produced when it vibrates its wing at an average of 500 vibrations per second. What is the time period of the vibration? Right? Just look at this content, 500 vibrations per second. What does it mean? So what is given here is given, right, 500 vibrations per 1 second. And what is that we call? That number of vibrations per second is frequency. That means what is given here is frequency, because frequency is number of vibrations per second. Right? So we can write the same thing as frequency is equal to 500 hertz. I repeat that because it is per second. In 1 second, how many vibrations? That's why it is taken as frequency. So if frequency is given, what is asked? Time period is asked. So what is formula for time period? Time period is equal to, I'll write in short here, time period is equal to, just now I have told, 1 upon, they are reciprocal, so 1 upon frequency, that's equal to 1 upon 500. So how much is 1 upon 500? Is equal to 0.002. So since it's a time period, it should be expressed in second. Simple one. So remember that frequency is equal to, if I write frequency as f, frequency is equal to 1 upon t, where t is the time period. Remember this. This question is simple question. Identify the part which vibrates to produce sound in following instruments. Some instruments are given. What is vibrating in that instrument, which part is vibrating, that you have to tell, because we know that sound is because of vibrations, right? So you have to find out which part of the instrument is vibrating. The first one is dholak. So this is what is called dholak, right? So what is this portion then? This is the portion which vibrates. Okay, so your answer can be membrane. And what do you mean by membrane? It's a stretched membrane. Membrane means it's just a skin, right? So this is what, when you hit on this will vibrate, and inside air also will vibrate, but initially this we are applying force on this. So this is what is vibrating, right? So in the first option, answer is membrane. Okay, next one given is sitar, right? So what will be there in the sitar now? There will be a string here, correct? So musicians, they tap on the string and that will vibrate. So the answer can be string. And the third one is flute. So in the flute, it is air column, air which vibrates. So when you blow from one end, the air vibrates while passing through these holes, right? So first one is dholak, membrane. So here it is membrane or stretched membrane. For this, the string vibrates, and here the air column. Next question, what is the difference between noise and music? Right? Anything which is pleasant, right? If you are happy, right, after listening music, then it's a music. Okay, after listening a sound, if you are happy, if you are very feeling very relaxed, right, then it's a music. So pleasant sound is music, right? Now if you are angry, annoyed by listening a particular sound, then it's a noise. So your answer can be like this. You try to write in your own words the type of sound which are unpleasant. So this is the word which is to be highlighted, unpleasant to listen, known as noise, right? Where music is a pleasant sound which produces a good feeling, a good sensation, right? But can a music become a noise sometimes? Yes. We all have experienced when the music is so loud, maybe if it is more than 100 dB, and you know what is dB? Decibel. It's a unit to measure loudness. Right? If the music is too loud, then it definitely become a noise, and that will harm us. Right? Remember this answer? Next question is, list the source of noise pollution in your surrounding. So you can write many. So try to write your own answers for this. However, just as a part of discussion, we shall see some examples where the noise pollution is. We hear noise, of vehicles. So first one is vehicle. More of noise is being created because of more of traffic. Then, when we burst crackers during festivals, lot of noise is there. Then loudspeakers. Okay, then even TV also will cause more of noise. Kitchen appliances, sound of kitchen appliances. In kitchen room of big hotels and a lot of sound will be there of kitchen appliances, right? There are many examples where you can write here. However, just for a part of discussion, you can pause this and take down all these examples, add your own answers for it. Question number 10. Explain in what way noise pollution is harmful to humans. Okay, we all know that noise pollution is harmful. In what way they are harmful? We have studied this in detail in the previous videos, okay, about a graph which was actually published by WHO, called as Pyramid of Health Effects of Noise. And what is noise? Noise is unpleasant sound, right? When somebody shouts so loudly and that irritates someone, that's a noise, right? And you listen to a loud noise, particularly before you go to bed, then a problem is you'll not get sleep early. So sleep disturbance is one of the major problem of the noise. And just because of the sleep disturbance, many other problems also will come. Some of the chemicals which are not required to be produced in our brain will produce, which are really not so good for us as far as health is concerned. So that will increase our blood pressure as well as a cholesterol, and then diabetes, sugar level in the blood will increase. These are all because of the stress. And what is stress? Stress is our response for a kind of demand or a threat or a fear, all that will put extra load on the heart, and finally all that leads to early death, right? So the reason is sleep disturbance. And what is the reason for a sleep disturbance? Noise, right? But if this question comes in the exam, you can write few points such as, noise pollution affects lack of sleep, anxiety, hypertension, and so on. That is enough. You can add your own points here because you have already studied in detail of what happens when you hear noise. The next question is, your parents are going to buy a house, right? So that house, you are having a choice here. They have been offered one on a roadside. Here is the road. And another 3 lanes away from the road. Some are far away. There is one more, right? Some are far away. There is one more house, big building. So it is away from the road. Now, which one you want to buy? Okay. Obviously, you want to buy a house which is away. And why? That is because the one who is residing near roadside will have lot of noise, and that noise is because of the vehicles, right? Particularly near highway, if you are there in the house, then you will not be able to sleep in the night, because whole night the trucks or heavy vehicles will be moving on the road. So answer is simple. So we will buy. You can pause this and read and make your own answer. Question number 12. Sketch larynx and explain its function in your own words. Right? We have to sketch larynx. And what is larynx? Larynx is a voice box. We all can feel. Some are here. Right? I have shown a small video clip of this voice box, including vocal cord. You know, these two are the vocal cords, and how do they vibrate when we speak. So larynx, commonly called the voice box, and is the organ in the top of the neck involved in breathing. Okay, so here the air rushes outside, producing a sound and protecting trachea against food aspiration. When vocal cord vibrates because of the air we rush, it helps us to manipulate a pitch, that is frequency of sound. We can raise the volume, that is loudness, and many voice modulation we can do. So this is what is about voice box. So write in your own words. You can pause this video, put all that in points if this is asked in the examination, right? The last question now is question number 13. Lightning and thunder takes place in the sky at the same time and at the same distance from us, right? Lightning is seen earlier and thunder is heard later, right? Okay, these first two sentences you did not bother about so much. Okay, we are not sure that lightning and thunder takes place at the same time, or they are, same distance from us. But however, it's always we have seen that lightning is seen first, and which is followed by a sound. Simple reason, because sound travels in an average of 330 to 340 meters per second. So that means in 1 second, sound travels how much? 340 approximately meters. Whereas the light travels in 1 second 3 lakhs kilometers. So I am telling in kilometer here. You have to add 3 more zeros if you express it in meters. So look at the comparison here. In 1 second, sound travels in 340 meters only, whereas light travels 3 lakhs kilometers. So which has to come first? Obviously, light has to reach first. Understood? Even if there is a difference, distance difference in the sky, it is the light which will reach us first than the sound. Okay? So the simple answer is what? You know, during thunder and lightning, the speed of light is more and therefore it reaches us early. You can pause this and take down. Here we have completed textbook questions. Few more things which are left over in sound chapter we'll take up in the next video. Till then, stay healthy. Thank you.